Hi, welcome back to my kitchen. I'm John Campo, the Not So Neat Chef. Today we're going to do some baking. We're going to be using this. If you want to know what this is going to be used for, stick around. Now let's get to it. We're going to make Kaiser Rolls. We're going to use a stand-up mixer. Here we have 500 grams of all-purpose flour, 7 grams of salt, 8 grams of sugar, 1 packet of yeast, that's about 2 1/4 teaspoons, 150 grams of milk, and 160 grams of water. Well, pop this in the microwave. Pop it in for 20 seconds. Warm it up a little bit. That's going to be for proofing the yeast. Now, it's real important that you don't overheat the water. You overheat the water and it's going to kill the yeast and it's not going to proof. And the term proof is to prove that your yeast isn't dead. So what's going to happen is we're going to put some sugar in the warm water. Give that a little mix, and then we're going to put the yeast in the water. Let me just let that sit for a couple minutes, and it's going to get foamy, going to get frothy. Okay, so it's only been a couple minutes. That's all it takes. You can see it's frothy. That's how you can tell it's ready. Alright, now there's recipes where they don't quite add the salt yet, because the salt will kill the yeast. But there's no way around it. You got to get it in there. All right, now we're gonna add the milk, and then we're gonna add the yeast, and we want to make sure we get all that frothiness in there. And then we're just going to mix this on low until it comes together. Okay, so it's pretty much come together. Now what you want to do is you want to knead it for about 8 minutes, and you'll see it's going to form a ball, and we'll get to that, and I'll show you. But if you're doing this by hand, you're going to probably want to knead it for closer to 10 to 12 minutes by hand. It's easier to over knead it on a stand mixer. It's almost impossible to over knead it if you do it by hand. Okay, you can see it's starting to come together. It's only been a couple minutes. You'll see the dough start to climb up the hook. That's how you know it's pretty much done. Okay, so this is how you know it's done. Bowl is clean. It picked up everything off the bowl. And if you look here, you can see, you press and see how it fills in. You press just a little bit and it springs back. You're done. So now what we want to do is we want to let it rise for about an hour. And what we're going to do, we're going to put a little bit of oil in the bowl. Put it in the bowl. Swash it around, and we're going to cover this We're going to put it in a draft-free warm place. Most of the newer ovens will have a proof setting. You can put them in there, put it on proof, and wait an hour. It'll double in size, and then we're probably about halfway home. So we let this sit for a little while, rise, and there you have it. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to punch it down a little bit. We're just going to be gentle with it. And we're going to weigh this to divide it. Now, I forgot to mention earlier that I like to weigh my ingredients when I'm baking. You know, it's at first I thought it was a pain, but you know, as I got into it and I went out and bought a scale, I found out it was a whole lot easier. Okay, so we have 832 grams. This ball is 832 grams. All right, we're gonna make each roll 100 grams. This is 100 grams. By the time it rises again, all right, so I'm just making little balls. So what I'm doing is I'm using the bench, the friction. It'll grab it and then just roll it into a ball. Oh, I'm still recording. Okay, so got 8. What we're going to do now is we're just going to cover them and let them rest one more time. And you got to remember, the more proofings or the more restings that you have, the better that it's going to taste. Okay, I'm going to use a dampened towel to cover this, and I'm going to let these rise. Okay, it's only been about 20 minutes. So what we're going to do is I have a pan here. I've got a pan here with cornmeal, and now comes the part of this. Just put a little coating on it. Take it, just press it. And then we put them upside down into the cornmeal. Okay. And we're going to proof these again for another hour or so. Now, in the event when you put these on the cornmeal, you want to keep a couple inches in between them. So, in the event you don't have one of these, all right, you can make about a 12-inch rope. All right, and this is more of a knotted roll. Okay, you're gonna take it. You're gonna tie a knot in it. All right, and then you take the end. You go up, tuck it in. Take this one. You go under, tuck it in. And you can get something similar. All right. And that's it. So I'm going to let these sit again. This time we're going to let these sit for about an hour. And then after that, we're going to bake them. Okay, so we let these rise a little bit, about now another hour. Now we want to gently take them from one pan to another. You don't want to grab them too firmly because then you'll knock the gas out of them, and you want to keep the gas in them. And I put them on another pan here with parchment paper. And then what we're going to do is we're going to spritz them with some water and put some poppy seeds on them. We're going to spritz them and put some sesame seeds on them, not poppy seeds, sesame seeds. We got an egg white and a little bit of water. Just going to give them a little coating of egg white. Give the sesame seeds something to hold on to. And then what we're going to do is, when we put them in the oven, we're going to spritz them down with water. That'll create some steam. It'll give it a nice hard coating on the outside. You know, that crunchy coating that Kaiser Rolls are known for. Here in Jersey, you get these at a diner. You get them for breakfast. We'll just have a roll with some butter on it. Good old Jersey. Alright, so now so we've had the oven preheating for the last hour at 400 degrees. These will go in there now. and they'll go in for about 20 minutes. So they'll bake at 400 for about 20 minutes. Okay, it's been 20 minutes and they are done. Okay, so they are done. They are hot, and we're going to put them here and let them cool, and then I'm going to bring it into them. All right, so. Okay, so that's it. I'll put a link for the Kaiser stamp in the description, and I'll also put detailed instructions with the recipes on how to make these great rolls. And if you're in an area where you can't get these rolls and you're used to them, if you're from New Jersey and you've moved someplace that doesn't have these, definitely make them. It'll be worth it. So I'd appreciate it if you like, subscribe, comment. All right, bye for now.